What is up, good people? I hope you don't mind that I'm doing my laundry while making this video, but I don't always have a lot of free time, so sometimes that means I have to multitask. My friend Asian Sleepy did a video on why he avoids brand loyalty when it comes to video games. And I could not agree more. Now, I remember growing up, there was the Sega versus Nintendo console wars, and it seemed like a lot of my friends, I don't know, like they got tribal over that, and I never did understand it because, you know, I would play games on Nintendo and I'd play games on Sega. I even played games on PC and TurboGrafx 16, Game Boy. And the thing was, no matter what console or platform I was playing on, I was always having a great time. I was always enjoying the games. So for me, it's always been about the games themselves. Couldn't care less what platform they're on, to tell the truth. So when people get really tribal about hardware made by giant multi-billion dollars international corporations that honestly couldn't give two lumpy turds if you lived or died, I don't know, just seems a little silly to me, When it comes to modern consoles, I will say that I have a preference, and for me, my preference is Xbox. Now, is that because I think Microsoft is this fantastic corporation that's above reproach and needs to be defended from detractors by me? No. It just means that they make hardware that I enjoy. And frankly, and I think I've said this before, it's because of the controllers. For me, they sit better in my hands, and it's the offset sticks that, due to an old neck injury, I have tremors in my hand that whenever I actively try to move my hands certain ways, my thumbs will shake. And I find that offset sticks work really well for me on mitigating that by about 90%, enabling me to game. Now, that's not to say I can't game on PlayStation. I've got a PS2, PS3, PS4, and they're great consoles and they make great games. The controllers, because of the side by side orientation of the sticks, they're a little bit more difficult for me to game with. I find, like, on my left thumb, instead of like the tip of my thumb resting on the tip of the stick, I'll generally kind of get there right in the middle of the thumb. That's where I end up with more control. But again, I enjoy a lot of the first party titles that Sony puts out on their consoles. And I love a lot about Xbox. Now, I will say that the thing that both platforms have in common, I have a PS4 Slim, a PS4 Pro, and an Xbox Series X. I haven't gotten the PlayStation 5 yet because at this point I have to say, and it's nothing against Sony, it's nothing against the PlayStation brand, it's just, while it does have certain first party titles and they're exclusive, I may not be able to play them elsewhere, but they're not titles that really appeal to me. So, considering that I have a fairly large PS4 library, I think I have over 120 games to that platform. If I was to get a PS5, that's the only thing I would use it for. I would just use it for playing my PS4 library. And if I'm going to do that, might as well just play on my PS4 Pro. It's just silliness. Folks, if you're the sort that, like, you get really why? If you get hung up on just because it's your preference doesn't mean it's superior. I think Nintendo does a great job of proving that, your console doesn't have to be the most powerful. It doesn't have to be the most feature rich. The games don't have to be of the highest graphical quality, but they do have to be quality. And that's where Nintendo focuses, and that's where they shine, and that's why their games tend to retain value, by and large, better than their competitors. Now, is that saying that Nintendo as a whole is a better game manufacturing company? No, not really. It all comes down to preference. If you're big into Pokemon and the Mario games, then Nintendo's going to be for you. Now, I typically, because I'm not brand loyal, again, I own multiple consoles, because sometimes I do get an itch to play something on this console, sometimes on that. I always suspected that a lot of the brand loyalty and that kind of you're in this camp or you're in that camp came, I think it's for monetary reasons, if we're being honest. I mean, a lot of times, especially in these days where we got inflation going crazy, it's like we're kind of in a position where, most people are going to have to pick one console and stick with it, because they don't have money to be going out and buying this, and that console. It's like they find that one, and then I guess because they have chosen that one, some odd reason their wiring dictates, oh, well, I've got to defend this. I've got to validate my choice. I mean, you really don't. Like my oldest son, he is firmly in the PC Master Race camp. Doesn't want anything to do with the console. That's fine. He has fun with it. Great. Good for him. But I will say I at least have imparted to him the non-judgmental approach. He doesn't have any particular opinion of consoles or anybody else's choice of video gaming platform. At the end of the day, all gaming is just about the games. That's it, period. Does a certain platform have the games you want? If it does, great. Do you have fun playing them? If you do, fantastic. I don't personally care myself if you're playing on a PS5 or if you're playing on a Sega Master System. If you're enjoying your games, hey, that's what the hobby's about, and I'm happy for you. Anyway, great video as always, Asian Sleepy. If y'all have never checked him out, dude's been on YouTube for 10 years. Fantastic channel. Like, he has the most calming presence. Like, when you watch his videos, it's like they're kind of like a Zen experience in their own right. Dude is very low key, very smart, very insightful. And I'm going to link to his video not to his video, but I am going to link to his channel in the description. I'd appreciate it if you go check him out and like and comment and subscribe to him. You'd be doing me a favor. Anyway, that's all I got for now. I didn't even set out to make a video tonight. I legit just set out to fold my laundry and to get it all hung up. But here we are. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one.